Now, what effect does knowing the lyrics of a song have on the way that you play a standard? Not every jazz standard obviously has lyrics, but for the ones that do, does it mean that you play the melody any differently? Does it mean you inject more nuances, you try and get more of that sort of vocal-like expression from your instrument, or that you try to play in a way that reflects the meaning of the song? In a real book, the chords and the melody are written, we don't have the lyrics, and really we could only get a clue what the feeling, the emotion behind a song is maybe from the suggestion of the title. But it really takes a great vocalist or soloist for you to feel what that song's about. Now, I know you're probably thinking, well, hang on a minute, not every song I play has words, and you'd be right in thinking that. But listen to versions and see how your favourite soloists interpret it, and because, you know, the greats always play with expression and great feel. And I've even heard of some people when there's, and I've done this before, when there's no words, they put their own words to it, you know, to help them play with more like a human voice and to talk through their instrument, if you like. Now, one day I was searching for recordings of the great guitar player Dave Barber on Spotify, and I came across a recording of a ballad in which he's playing on, sung by Peggy Lee, and called A Cottage for Sale. And I was immediately struck by this song, and I just thought, wow, this is the saddest ballad I've ever come across. Just a perfect match of an intense chord progression with very powerful lyrics. Now I'm going to play this tune for you in a kind of semi-improvised chord melody style, and I'll put the lyrics across the screen as I play. Now that performance was heavily influenced by listening to that Peggy Lee version with Dave Barber on guitar. I have got it, I think, in a real book behind me. I could have just, you know, opened it up and played it and just played the dots. But that's not really what you want to do, I think, when you're playing a melody, particularly of a ballad and a song which has so much feeling behind it. Just listening to Peggy's singing and the way she interprets the song, she really does capture the sadness, the heartache that someone goes through at the point of a relationship breakdown. It's impossible, I think, not to be moved by it. It's an incredible performance. As a result, when I try and play that melody now, which is the first time I've ever played it properly, I'm going to try to capture that feeling too. Now, I think this subject is neglected. I don't think people talk about this enough. That is playing a melody with expression and interpreting it. And getting into the details of the nuances which go into every note. When I played that, not maybe consciously, but I'm making like decisions all the time about how hard to attack the string, how to pick through the notes on a chord gently or with a bit more attack, how I might slide into a note, how I might try to get louder or softer or quieter. All these different nuances, they add up to trying to tell the story of the song. Now, I'm not saying my example of playing the melody was the perfect example, it was full of feeling and expression. I just played it honestly and with the feeling that I felt it needed and that I wanted to put into it. I think if I played that song for a longer period of time, and if I'm maybe convinced some of the bands I play in that we could do it, then it would definitely grow and grow, and I'd keep developing how I play that melody. But what I want to get to the point of is, if you're learning a melody to a standard, sometimes we just think, oh, we've got to learn the tune, and then make sure we can play it in time. Maybe add some nice variations to it so it's not too square. But that last thing of really playing it with feeling and expression should really be the real icing on the cake, really, to play it so that if someone was listening to it, they would feel moved by it, they would be interested in it, and it would either be, it could be a song which is very happy and bright, or it could be something like I played today, which is, very sad and down. Anyway, I just wanted to share this thought with you today about playing standards, learning melodies, and how we've got to get to that point of trying to imbue feeling into them and play with expression that the song warrants. It's not just about playing the notes and playing the rhythm at the right time. This final, if you like, icing on the cake has got to come at some point. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on this topic, any questions, any comments, and check out that version by Peggy Lee. It's incredible, great playing by Dave Barber on there, just right for the piece. Anyway, until next time, you take care.